welcome to the Say Yes to What's Next podcast, where embracing change can ignite a world of possibilities. Hey now, I'm your host, Elise Ancel, and welcome back to this week's episode, Purpose in the Pause. Let's get into it. I'd like to start off by asking, what do you do when you're ready to embrace what's next, but it seems like everything you've been waiting for has been in a standstill mode? Or have you ever felt like you're stuck in a waiting room of life? You're ready, you're prepared, and you've done the work, but it's as if the next door just won't open. That's a tough space to be in, especially when you've been holding on to hope, vision, and readiness. Today, we're diving into what it means to navigate those moments of stillness, not as wasted time, but as preparation for what's to come. Let's talk about how to keep faith alive, find purpose in the pause, and stay ready for your breakthrough. It's easy to mistake quiet seasons for inactivity, but often there are times for internal growth. What can you learn, refine, or prepare in this waiting period? Embrace the time to fine tune your vision because clarity now means momentum later. Progress might feel invisible, but celebrating small steps can create a ripple effect. Did you have a meaningful conversation, finish a task, or make a connection that aligns with your goals? Those little moments are signals that you're on track. Instead of wondering when things will shift, ask yourself how you can align with the next step. Are there skills to sharpen, networks to build, or inner fears to confront? Your readiness might grow stronger with each intentional action. Trust that delays aren't denials. What if the standstill is positioning you for something better than you imagined? Let faith anchor you and remind you that timing matters. Often, the best doors open right when you're least expecting them. Life doesn't stop just because one area feels stuck. Keep moving forward in other aspects of your life, relationships, personal growth, or new opportunities. Sometimes movement in one area creates momentum in another. I don't know about you, but last year felt like one big game of stop and go. It seemed like no matter how much I tried, the progress I wanted just didn't show up. The results I'm waiting for, still not here. But you know what? I'll take the wins where I can. I've made some traction, sure, and I'm definitely not where I started. Even so, my focus hasn't shifted. I'm keeping my eyes on the prize. You may be asking, what about those challenges? They've tried hard to shake my resolve, but I'm more determined than ever. I'm locking in, staying the course, and pressing forward until I step fully into the vision I've been holding on to. Think about this for a moment. Where in your life are you feeling the weight of waiting? Is it in your career, relationships, or a personal goal you've been striving for? What's one small thing you can do today to shift your focus from what's out of your control to what's within your reach? Maybe it's starting that book you've been meaning to read, reaching out to someone for advice, or even just taking a moment to reflect on how far you've already come. And while you're at it, ask yourself this. How can you see this standstill as a pause for growth instead of a stop sign? Now, here's a big one. Are you truly ready for what you're waiting for? If that opportunity or breakthrough came tomorrow, what would you still need to do to fully embrace it? Sometimes the pause is really about making sure you're as prepared as you think you are. As we wrap up this week's episode, let this be your reminder. Waiting doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're being prepared for something greater. Life standstills can still feel frustrating, but they're often part of a bigger picture we can't see yet. Maybe the timing isn't just about you. It could also be about aligning everything else to make sure your next step is even more impactful. The key is not to let the waiting diminish your hope or your readiness. Keep preparing, keep believing, and stay open to the unexpected ways your breakthrough might come. As you move forward, hold on to this truth. Every moment of stillness holds potential, whether you use it to grow, reflect, or simply rest. It's part of the process. So don't give up. Your next might just be around the corner, and when it arrives, you'll be ready to step into it fully with confidence and purpose. Until the next time, thanks for joining me today. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Say Yes to What's Next. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Until the next time.